The iconic breath of Darth Vader could be the most recognizable film sound ever. This monster would probably be described by anyone who has seen his potential as terrifying, powerful, and evil, to the point that only Emperor Palpatine would be more superior. The Chosen One is such a complex character, even if his chilling behavior could seem pretty one-dimensional from a casual point of view. He is, in my opinion, a clever illusion. You might ask yourself, what do I mean by that? I will explain it throughout this video.
Patience, my friend.
Darth Vader is driven by pure hate, but the most important factor, in my opinion, is fear. Not only fear of what Palpatine could do to him, rather anxiety of the past, of the terribly selfish and greedy decisions that ultimately led him straight towards the darkness.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
What happened to Anakin Skywalker is mostly his own fault. George Lucas once described the events like this. Anakin made a pact with the devil, Darth Sidious, in order to save his wife. In the end, did all these terrible things out of fear of losing Padme, but actually lost her because of what he had become. This statement is such a simple way of describing the downfall of the Chosen One, yet so brilliant. In my eyes, Darth Vader is born the second Padme dies, because it was in reality the only thing Anakin lived for.
Where is Padme?
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I couldn't have. She was alive. I felt it.
These circumstances surrounding Vader's emergence is important for the final outcome. What I mean by this is everything leading up to his change of heart. The way the Jedi had treated him, the way Kenobi cut him in half, let him burn, and so on. Anakin had a chance of redemption, even after Order 66 had been executed. Both Padme and Kenobi hints towards this, but after the duel on Mustafar and Padme's eventual death, Anakin kind of gave up. He had lost enough power from his injuries that the Emperor could use him as his own puppet. Anakin had ultimately dug his own grave, and instead of fighting for his survival, he surrendered to be used as a tool of destruction, to be evil. He conceded to a life of servitude out of weakness, because it was easier to hide away his emotions than to deal with the actual consequences.
Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
Darth Vader is a mere shell hiding the truth that Anakin still exists. The Kenobi series explains this in a quite brilliant way, in the form of how Vader behaves when he happens upon something from his past. Just like the Sith Lord was obsessed with finding Luke in the original trilogy, he has to find Kenobi. Not because of the threat this long-lost Jedi could be to the Empire, instead because of what his past reminds him of. Of course Vader is out for revenge. I'm not stupid, but my theory is rather that Vader is so horrified to even ruminate about his past memories because of the burden it holds on his shoulders, that he has to get rid of everything remotely related to the name Anakin Skywalker. Palpatine even hints towards this so-called vulnerability of Vader at the end of the Kenobi series.
Perhaps your feelings for your old master have left you weakened. If your past cannot be overcome,
Kenobi means nothing.
This scene indicates the powerless position this extremely strong being is cemented in. It's ironic from a kind of twisted perspective, but Vader is ultimately one of the weakest characters from within, in the sense that he has to obey to the Chancellor's orders and chose to do it willingly, because it was quote-unquote too late to change. While watching Kenobi, I got the impression that Vader almost had become brainwashed, especially in the finale. It does make sense, if you consider the amount of years that had gone by, that the personality of Vader took over and kind of removed Anakin from the picture until something ignited that side of his identity, in this case Kenobi. If you play along with me here and pretend that my brainwashed theory actually is true, you could put the whole saga in a kind of different light. It makes Vader's journey fascinating from a fresh point of view, and notably the last sequence of Return of the Jedi becomes even more satisfying to watch when you realize what a shift in beliefs it must have been for Vader / Anakin.
You were right about me. Tell your sister. You were right.
Ultimately, the illusion of Vader is what made him interesting, that one of the most powerful beings could have so much trouble within. There is a life lesson here somewhere, and it's a classic. Never judge a book by its cover. Maybe it doesn't quite fit in when you discuss it from this point of view. Vader did do a lot of terrible things, but I guess you understand what I mean. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, I would love if you left a comment, like this video, and maybe subscribe. It would make me extremely happy. But most importantly, may the Force be with you.